That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bottom. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yes, so yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Sorry, a little bit of a delay. We had a little bit of an issue with Nick's phone. Can you hear it now?
Very quiet, but that's fine. No, that's fine. Fine by me.
Right, okay, so welcome over. Hope everybody's well. Hope you're enjoying the sun. It's absolutely glorious here. The sun's out shining. It's beautiful. So I really appreciate you guys coming and joining us. I know you'd rather be out doing the stuff you enjoy, but you come over and see me. So thank you very much. So today I am doing a quick project, well I wouldn't say quick, just going to turn a small bowl out of this and then we're going to texture the bottom. I normally texture the top, I thought we'd do the bottom for a change. I've been watching some of Chris Fisher's work that he's been doing lately and he's been doing some really nice textured pieces, so I thought there you go, is that better?
That's better.
That's because my mic's high. Well done Mark, thank you.
You idiot. On your forehead. I thought I could hear it ticking. That's obviously your brain ticking away.
You could hear the crunching. Oh.
I thought I can't hear you. I thought, oh well, it don't matter. I thought it was ever so echoey.
So let's start again, shall we? Welcome to the Sunday
You
Lunchtime Live. Thank you all for coming
div.
over. That's why you can hear me. That's because I pushed up when I just blew my nose. That's the problem. Hello.
What's that?
So anyway, welcome to the Sunday Lunchtime Live. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. I know it's very warm out there, so I do appreciate you guys coming and joining us. Today I'm doing a small bowl, and like I was saying, I've just seen, oh, for God's sake,
Who's that?
Joe Senior. Joe.
The thing is, they might have put it in the chat, but I'm obviously at the top of the chat, ain't I?
Right.
So I can say hello to everyone from the top, and because if I go to the bottom, I lose it.
Right. So Joe, thank you, Joe. Yeah. So nice little bowl. I normally texture the top, but we're going to do something on the bottom. I've been watching Chris Fisher last few weeks, and he's been doing some nice texture on the bottom, so I thought we'd have a go at that. So yeah, this was out of a piece of wood that Keith from Circle Wood gave me. So I've cut it to a rough shape. Going to get across. So it works out about, I think it worked out about 8 inches once it's turned down. Yeah, about 8 inches. So we'll get on the lathe, and then Nick will welcome you all in. And just quickly, Terry, thank you very much. And sorry, Terry, happy birthday, Terry. Hope you enjoy your day.
Can you put this TV on or not
What TV?
to the house?
What, the monitor?
Yeah.
Why are you worried, eh? Someone's going to come in. Right.
Our front door's wide open.
Right, you're going to welcome people in then?
Right, yeah, sorry. Right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Madhouse.
Madhouse. You know, just changing the subject, now looking at the screen, you know that sign you've got?
What sign?
That'd look pretty awesome on that orange door.
This one here?
Wouldn't
I'll get another one.
Don't you think?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Might not be able to get it as big, but yeah,
No,
just looking at that would look really cool on there.
Oh, okay.
The boss has spoken. Right, so good afternoon to you lovely lot. He's going to be quick because he knows footy's on at 2 o'clock. So, welcome to, I think Wood Wisdom Colin was on first, so
as always,
good afternoon to you.
Colin was there since Thursday.
Yeah. Lawrence, Gerard the French Turner. We also have Woodturning by Barry. We also have Ruby Clare.
Hi, Ruby.
Mark the Gentleman Woodturner.
Marky. And Kim. So hello, Kim. Right, let's turn this up.
What do you mean, and Kim?
Well, his partner, Kim.
Oh, right. Pete from Twisted Tree. We also have Chris Dobbs, Eric Winkler, Joe Senior. Andy H is full turning. Jay's cabin is on. Michael McEwen, Benjamin, Colin Izzard, Wiley Woodshed, Steve Hawley. Welcome to Gary Y, Terry Bartlett. Good afternoon to Rex B, Doug Miller at Woodspun Around. Also Tommy's Workshop.
Hi, Tommy.
Again, like I say every week, if I've missed anyone, John S. Casting is on. Please shout, you missed me. Kim Dickerson is on.
Hi, Chris.
Steve Ellis, Mike Hughes, Rob CP Woodturner. So welcome to Paul Finley, Woodturning at Home.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Right, if I've missed anyone, don't be sexist.
Well, you just called out 3 gentlemen.
Right, so welcome to everyone. I'm just going to have a quick read through the chat and just see if I've missed anything. How's it been being back at work, Gerard? Bless you. Colin Woodwisby said he's in the middle of turning a bud vase with a bit of Bernie, and gold embellishing wax.
Bernie. Nice. So I'm using the 1/2 inch Simon Hope bowl gouge. And I'm hoping to keep the biggest circumference I can on this, because like I say, it's only 8 inches anyway. So I'm hoping that we can get far enough down to get rid of some of this bark. There's a few little wormholes in there, but hoping that's only in the bark. Tastes nice.
Ruby Claire's waiting to get her second shot.
Oh, well done, Ruby. I had mine Monday.
I had mine yesterday. You did have a bit of a thing on Thursday, didn't you? You felt like you'd
Been given a
ran
good
a
kick in.
marathon.
That's what I felt like.
Ruby said they originally said they couldn't get her in until the end of July, so that's good.
Oh, it is good. Very good. Hopefully you don't get no effects with it, Ruby. So I'm just going to swap to the 3/8 bowl gouge just to give that a final pass.
Eric's had his 2 shots.
Nice. I think more and more people are getting to a stage where they've all had them now, which is nice. Oops.
I think for us, it'd just be nice once they can move on to the girls, wouldn't it? That they can have theirs done.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while yet. I think they're still doing trials, aren't they, for the younger ones? So we're going for just a traditional shape, nothing high tech, just a smooth contour, or a gradual contour, should I say, not smooth contour. So I'm just going to clean this bottom up a little bit.
Right. Rex B said, on the intro you had one project that failed and broke up. Did you reuse it on another resin project?
Was that the one I threw over my shoulder? Is that the one I threw over my shoulder, Rex?
Right, you just have to bear with.
Right at the end.
All these, what I missed. Pull your mic down. Your mic needs to come down. Pull your mic down, Steve. Steve, adjust your mic. No sound, Steve. Can't hear you, Steve.
Right, because I'm using this. I've changed my jaws the other day, and I haven't changed them back. So I need to set this to a smaller mortise in the bottom of my thing. So that's only 40 mil. So let's do just over 20, so 22.
Crystal said, Nick, it's just the usual lot. Just take a day all. Steve won't let me do that. Mark put Kim says hello to everyone.
Hi, Kim. Hope you are well. Hope Mark's not boring you too much yet.
Right, so XB put on the intro you rejected on a resin project and tossed it. Did you reuse the pieces or?
No, I actually took it into a field and blew it to pieces with a gun. So it's actually a video on my channel of me shooting it.
Right, Benjamin's got a question. He's put, I want to pass the 2.5-inch exhaust hose on my camvac to outside. Short of just drilling a hole in the side of my shed, is there some plastic type duct thing that would make it look a little cleaner?
2.5 inch is 2.5 inch is 58 mil. Is that 58 mil? 2.5 inch. No, 63. If you got a piece of downpipe, gutter downpipe is 75 mil. External, so your camvac exhaust pipe should go through the centre of it, Benjamin or Ben. So what you should be able to do is drill a 75 mil hole through your wall. I would personally silicone the tube in either side so you can't get no water penetration down the tube, between the tube and your workshop wall, and then thread my hose through the side, through the middle of it. That's what I would do personally. Right, so I'm going to rough sand this.
Can I also just say good afternoon to Douglas Mungham,
Hi, Douglas.
Copper Owl Woodturning,
Hi, Martin.
Robert Dolman,
Hi.
and also Radar the Woodturner.
Afternoon.
Can't remember if I said Tommy's Workshop, but
Yeah, you
welcome
did say
again.
Tommy's Workshop.
I think that was Rob CP Woodturner. I can't remember if I said
Yeah,
that
you said
either.
Rob as well,
Sorry.
yeah.
I just can't remember who I've said and who I haven't.
So that's true when you get old.
You shut up.
Just going to change that to
Right.
80 grit to start with. So I'm just going to sand this up to 400. The reason being is when I grind it, it's going to be a bit more awkward to sand. Check something first, just to make sure. That needs to be a little bit bigger.
So have we got many football fans on here? We're not really, but is England playing? So might have to have a little peek.
Nah.
Mark said, "Are you old, Nikki?" Not as old as Steve.
And we're not as old as Mark. Big 6-0 next year for Mark.
Oh, Brian at Hartwood Turner is on.
Hi, Brian.
Robert put, Nikki, can you still remember your name? That's the important one. Yep. Just about. Now I've sat down, I'm hungry. I've got raw carrots or raw potatoes to eat. What do you reckon?
Carrots. I think the potatoes might leave a nasty taste in your mouth.
I only bought carrots so they can hear me chopping them. I don't really need them. Can't let the fans down, can we?
The price of
sorry.
the price of fame.
Oh, I thought you'd done something wrong there. This fan heat is amazing, Steve. It's, you know.
It's not a fan heater, though.
Oh, fan is amazing, you know.
Oh, you know, feel yourself lucky you got one.
I sort of blow my hair everywhere, you know.
Glad you like it.
Gerald's put, no, that's not the important match. that one Tuesday night. I take it France are playing on Tuesday.
I don't know. I don't follow it, so.
Mark said you're a cheeky poo, and he's 53 next year, actually.
Yeah. He knows.
Ah,
He knows. He knows I love him, really.
Rex said, oh, I've lost it. Stop typing. Oh, I can't see what he's put now. Where is it? Here. Rex said, hi, Nikki. I always call my wife Trophy Bride. She's 4 years younger than me. I'm only 2 younger than Steve.
Is that all?
Childhood sweethearts, ain't we, babe?
Yeah, sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Well, we are.
Can't
Yeah.
say sort of.
Well, we
8
are.
when I first started going out with you. I was 8 years old. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can't believe you remember that sold you to me that young.
Door 60 is on.
I do. Surprised what you get for a pack of fags and a cow.
Shush, man. Brian put, are you going to believe that Mark is only 53? That's
I just
probably what he
think.
told Kim. Shh.
I just think his paper round must have been all uphill. Right, last one.
Pete put, I heard Mark was older than Wayne. And Riri put, Brian, he doesn't look that old. And Mark put, new tool arrived yet, Brian? Question mark.
All I'm going to say, Ruby, is you haven't seen Mark in life. The filters on them cameras he's got are absolutely amazing.
Douglas said, I've got to hit you
Why?
because you're horrible.
I'm not horrible.
Michelle, Brian said Michelle's 10 years older. I mean younger.
Oh, Brian.
Chris Dodds put, no one is as old as Wayne.
Even the gods are not as old as Wayne. Right, so they were signed up the 400. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the Proxxon out.
Eric wants to know what you're going to texture the bottom of the bowl with.
I'm going to Neanderthal it with the Proxxon long neck grinder. The beast. So what I'm going to do is I've put the arbor tooth, not the arbor tooth, the what they call it, I don't know. Let me see if I can find the packet it came on.
Mark said technically he's only 3 years old because he did a master reset in 2018.
So this is the rasp disc. It's got all little tiny teeth on it, so it's pretty aggressive. It's got a nice edge on it, so I'm going to be using the edge more than anything else. I'm just basically going to put lines across it one way, and then we're going to go the other way and see what happens. So here we go.
Rex B put, I thought Mark was Wayne's love child from his Roman days building Hadrian's Wall. Vince Kerrigan's on.
Hi, Vince.
Benjamin said, you must be some sort of cat man. 7 lives, right? 7 lives left, right?
So that's what I'm going to do. So now I'm just going to get a bit of Abranet and just quickly clean some of these up.
Douglas, I can't be bothered at the minute, mate. I have got them here ready, but I just, I've been busy this morning. So I'm having a rest for a minute.
Just chilling out with the cool air blowing across the face, Douglas.
Well, this amazing fan I've got.
Do you know what? When you have a star in, they just demand so much all the time.
I know, you got the big fan and I got this little thing.
You keep telling me you're used to small things. So,
Doesn't mean I have to put up with small things.
right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to colour that with some black. Hampshire sheen black, intrinsic.
Joe just said, I assume you're colouring this piece.
I am, Joe. I'm now going to do it some black, and then we're going to sand it back, so hopefully all the bits are hacked out should stay black. So let's get some tissue. So intrinsic black. Trying to get in those bits that we've cut out. Pump. Come on.
Rex has got a question. Steve, could you use those 12, 24, 36 marking points to do the Proxxon, or does that make it too uniform, ruining the natural effect?
Well, you could do. There's no. There's no right and there's no wrong, is there? Really, if you've got a lock-on on your lathe and you want to do them so they're all equal, then that's not a problem. It's down to the individual's choice. Some people like to see them random. Some people like to see them nice and level.
What mood are you in today? Random?
I'm always into random.
You're always random, yeah, don't say no more. Chris Dodd said, you have lots of fans, Nikki. Pete said, in your own time, Nikki, we will watch that bloke until you're ready with the main event.
See, you do know they only come over to see you. That's not me that actually come to see. I'm just a sidekick.
Here, Benjamin. I like that. He put, Mark, the powers that be must have thought this old guy isn't ready to die yet. He still has to do on Earth entertaining people on a Monday night.
All things happen for a reason.
Doug said, sounds like that extension that was promised is needing to be massive. I've given up on the extension. I now would rather, I want the thing in the garden now with that house at the back. Rex said, thank you, Steve and Nikki, for doing this live demo.
That's not a problem.
Colin said, wouldn't it be easier to spray directly onto the wood? Seems to waste a lot on the paper.
Yeah, it does, but when you're blending it in like this, you're going to need it on the paper anyway, so... To be honest, I could have used an airbrush, might have been a bit easier.
Mark's just said, I think Joe wants to take one of my lives with the beating. Douglas said, I thought this was the Nikki show. Here is the link for Mark's live tomorrow night. Charlie Taylor's on.
Hi, Charlie. Nice to see you. Or hear you. Whatever the word is. Right, so black all over. What we're going to do is let that dry a little bit, and then we're going to sand that back. And like I said, it should leave all our crisscrossy bits black. Which one, right? Just have a quick drink while we're waiting for that dry. What's so nice in front of this fan?
Good.
Right, so let's just dry it off a little bit with a hot air gun. Cause
That was obviously one of my fans.
email. It was an email.
Yeah, it's one of my fans whistling.
How was it?
Not you. That's funny. You had to ring it to get your mic down. So funny.
Mm. She just wanted to talk to me, really. That's all it was.
Mm.
She missed me.
I don't know whether that's more funny or me trying to shave with the cover still on the razor.
Well, again, age, isn't it?
In it.
In it.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Mark's got 1,000. He's got 1,000 subscribers. Well done.
Yep.
1,000 subscriber giveaway tomorrow night, folks.
That stopped him whinging, thank God. Right, so sand this back. I'm going to go from 120. What?
Eric's got beets. Oh,
Got what?
beets.
Beats what?
Love the beetle and greens with butter. Do you ever eat beets?
Right,
What's
so
beets? Is that beetroot?
can tell you. So I'm going to sand this back. So hopefully it should
With
leave
dudes on?
us. Oh, Wood Dude. Forget his name. I think it's Steve, isn't it? Wood Dude.
Right, we're throwing the paperwork out, mate.
Are we? All right.
Made me throw it out.
So again, depending on how much black you want left in, depending on how much you sand it. I'm just going to do a little bit and then I'm going to go back and just check it.
Dye is on.
I die.
Just popped in for 5 before I'm back to work.
So just do that a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to leave the centre black anyway. So just really want that a bit more. So let's just sand that up. So go through the grits now, back up to our 400. So you don't want too much pressure because if you do, you're going to take all your black off. Do, 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 do. Come on, get out of there.
Oh, never heard of it, Eric. He said beets aren't a root, but I like both the beets and greens too.
All right. Eric's from America though, isn't he?
Don't
Where's
know,
he from?
John.
So 400, last one.
Yeah, I think it is beetroot. I don't know.
So let's just blow all that.
Rex
That's
wants to know what speed you're sanding at.
right. Just 1 second. Speed I normally turn at is around about 450. So now we're just going to get some other colours on there. What colours do you want? Do you want reds and yellows, or do you want blues, or do you want greens and browns? And
He's from Tennessee.
what colours do you want then?
I'm not ask. I'm not saying.
Oh,
Ask
Joe's
for.
put beets or beetroot.
Yeah, love beetroot. Absolutely. Fresh, jarred,
Smock off, that's too hot in there for that.
anything.
Oh, I can't get my arm out of it. Oh man. Right. Right, so summer colours. I think summer colours. I think yellows and reds. That's what I'm going for. Yellows and reds. I'm just going to do the splotchies. Orange, yellow, reds, yellow, reds and yellows. There we go. So, honey first. Actually, gloves first, because I'm not going to get all over my hands.
Yeah, reds, yellows, oranges.
Yeah, summer colours. So we do honey first. Always do your lighter colours first. I think these nozzles need cleaning on these. So honey, I'm just going to just put some splodges in. And hopefully just blend the colours in. So honey, then we've got flame red. A bit dusty, I should do a good clean really. So we've got flame red, nice red. I do like flame red. It's quite a light piece of wood actually. Just remember when you're doing colouring that the colours are not going to be as vibrant until you actually sand and seal them. So they might look a bit patchy and pasty, but they will come out once they start to, once you start to blend them in a bit better. So that's flame red, and then we'll do a bit of ruby, which is slightly darker. So a bit of ruby.
Steve said, how did the garage sale go yesterday?
Not
Well,
too
not
bad.
too bad. Not as good as what you wanted, but...
No, had a few good contacts. I've been contacted to do a farmer's market. A lady came over and bought quite a few bits that she does pyrographing. So she's asked me if I'd be interested in doing a few bits for her pyrographing on. So maybe a bit of commission work out of that, and hopefully with the farmer's market there'll be a bit of something come out of that. So yeah, it's like anything, isn't it? You just wait and see, really. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit more red in there. Don't want too much red in it. So that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it again with a bit of honey, just to try and blend some of these. This nozzle wants cleaning out for
I
sure.
love pickled gherkins.
I'm just going to try and blend some of these colours together with the honey. If I can get some out. So what you'll find is if you use a lighter colour to blend, it'll actually push the colours together, so you don't get those nasty lines. So it sort of fades them all in a little bit better. So that's the honey. And then we'll just get a little bit of flame, just to blend some of that in a little bit. I think that will do. Go too mad, then end up being worse than what it is now. So there's our, actually, yeah, so let's bring this one in here. So there we go, I've got it all coloured. I don't know if you, yeah, you can see that quite well. You can see the blend of the yellows and the oranges. So we'll just dry that. What you'll find is the grain will swell a little bit with that. So once you dry it off, just Scotch-Brite it back, just to make it smooth again before we sand and seal. Need to get this gun apart and have a look at this. I keep going cold. What's going on with the chat? Anything?
No, not really. How come when Stevie's on, everyone talks food? It's my fault for doing all the vegetables.
That's not your fault. Right, so that's dry now. So I'm just going to Scotch-Brite it, just to get rid of any high spots we've got.
Oh dear.
So now we're going to sand and seal it. I'm going to be using Hampshire Sheen's pre-fin sand and sealer.
Ruby said certainly a different effect, Steve.
Well, it's not as glorious as Chris's, but obviously he doesn't do it on a live. So it's just something different, Ruby. That's what I was looking for. It's nice to do bowls and classic bowls, but sometimes do something nice, a bit different.
Pete said pinch Nikki's hairdryer, she won't mind.
So try not to rub it too hard, because that'll just blend your colours all together. And as we all know, everything just goes brown when you do that. I do like to use the Hampshire Sheen pre-fin when I'm doing colouring, because it seems to soak into the wood better. So we'll let that dry. And then we can...
Douglas put the cooking show with Nikki.
So the trouble we're going to have now is just putting a bit of wax over that. Obviously that's going to stick all in our groove, so we might just have to get the heat gun out and melt it into the grooves. So just again Scotch-Brite just to denib it, just to make it nice and smooth again. Now if you wanted to, you could put some gill cream in those just to highlight them. You could use the metal effect paints, anything really, just to enhance them, but I'm going to leave them like that. So
Andy H said, that's very nice effect, Steve. Must get back to my visitors now. See you soon.
So thanks, Andy, for coming over. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy your day. So I'm going to use the Chestnuts microcrystalline wax on this.
Brian said he bought Michelle a new hairdryer and she hated it because it was too powerful, so ended up in the workshop. Can plan for new tools. Didn't get any ideas.
So microcrystalline wax, just gently rub it in. It's quite warm in here, so it's quite thin. So hopefully it should soak in nice. Brian's ruined the surprise for your Christmas present there. Thanks, Brian. So like I said, what you can do is if you get a lot of wax in your rebates, you can just get the hot air gun and just melt the wax into the wood. That should disappear. Right, so let's just gently buff this up. Like so we all say, don't need no major pressure, just gentle rub over it. Relying on the friction between the tissue and the wax to give us a shine. I don't expect this to be too shiny, to be honest. So there we go, just a sheen on it. Let's get rid of this.
Pete put, great plan, Brian. Obviously, Pete said, I'm going to have to buy my wife a spindle gouge for her birthday.
I bet she'll love that.
Amy's on. She said, hi, that looks funky.
Hi, Amy. Thank you very much.
Douglas said, Steve, try a boot brush for the wax in the texturing.
Yeah, could do actually. Yeah, that's a good idea. But we'll see what it looks like. That might be okay because, like I say, the microcrystalline wax is quite watery because it's in the workshop. But if not, we'll just get a hot air gun or, like I say, a brush just to brush it all out. But there's the textured effect.
Joe said, be right back. Terry said, very cunning, Brian, but now she knows.
So now we'll get it hogged out. Got a bit of an inclusion in here, but what I'm hoping is I can hog that out when I turn the bowl out. That's my plan anyway. So let's get all this put away and we can get on the inside.
Benjamin said, does she need a new rotisserie, Brian, for cooking meats? I think Simon Hope 230 would be perfect for that.
Get rid of them. I'm just going to sharpen my bowl gouge up because it's a little bit blunt. So while I do that...
Right, Eric's got a question. Steve, if you do not have an airbrush, can you get the same blending of colours as you do with the airbrush?
Not with a towel, no, to be honest. Obviously you get a better blend with airbrush because of you can get a definition on your colours and you can control the flow of ink or stain, whatever you want to call it, going onto your piece. So obviously with an airbrush you can get better control. But you can get some nice effects with tissue or there's loads, sea sponges, all sorts.
Woodturning by Barry's off.
See you later, Barry. Thanks for coming over. Right, so let's see if this works. I've installed a new camera, so we'll see how it works. So I've put a camera here, so hopefully you'll get a better look when I turn. It's all demo, it's all trial. I may move it back a little bit. I think it might be a little bit too close, but we'll see if it catches. We'll see if it freezes. We'll see what happens. So good luck. So move that down a little bit, help. It's a bit high, that rest.
Radar's got to go back to work.
See you later, Radar. Thanks for coming over.
Still looking good. Colin said, can you get airbrushes that don't need a compressor?
Yeah, but not little airbrushes. No, I don't know if you can actually. You can get an airbrush from Amazon or eBay for about 10 quid with a little built-in compressor, which they use for nail art. I bought one to start with. And they're not bad little machines, to be honest. Right, I'm just going to use my Robert Sorby bowl gouge.
Benjamin said you can get cordless ones,
What,
but they're
airbrushes?
quite bulky
I was going
apparently.
to say, yeah. I've seen cordless spray guns, but not not mini airbrushes.
Chris Dodd said that's going to be a nice salad bowl. Oops, food again. Ruby's all had both her shots now.
Oh, well done, Ruby. Hope you don't get no side effects.
Brian said, is your new camera at 30 degrees from the headstock?
30 degrees.
Sorry, put.
No, maybe only about 15, 20 actually. I think it might be a bit too far forward. I think I need to move it back a little bit.
Apparently you can get airbrushes that run off a tin of compressed air.
Yeah, you can. I used to use one when I used to do a lot of model making. But the air works out expensive. You're better off paying the extra and having one that's obviously got its own little compressor. If Colin, at the end of this, message me and I'll send you the link for the one that I bought when I first started. So you can, like I say, they're not a lot. They're only about 20 quid. Right, so right, better check the thickness before we get too carried away. I hate to go through the bottom of it. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. So just take this nub out of here. What's going on in the chat, anything? So I'm just going
Amy said, could you leave a slightly raised bit in the middle of the bowl and colour and texture it like the outside?
to, you could have done, but it's too
Colin
late.
said he will do. Ruby said you can blend the colours using a brush.
Yep, you can.
Brian said Martin likes the camera at 45 degrees from the headstock when he's teaching remotely. He says the best angle to view the tool position.
Oh, right. Thanks, Brian. When I put it in this morning, I thought that was a little bit too close. But I put it there because whereas that way a little bit, there's a plug socket, so I'll have to move the plug socket. I just thought that'd be a bit better angle for when I'm cutting. So that is around about, I'll take a little bit more out of the bottom of that actually. It's a little bit thick on the bottom, I think that's about 8mm thick on the bottom. So just take a little bit, as you can hear, it's getting a bit thin on the edge. That's better. It's more equal now. So what we'll do is sand that. If I can find the sanding head, there we go. So we'll sand that up. Extraction on. Actually, I'll sand that with a drill. That might be easier actually. Oh no, let's do it with the old-fashioned way. We're going to sand this up to 240, then we'll Yorkshire grit the inside.
Douglas said nice tool control, Steve.
Thank you, Douglas. Actually, I'm going to do it with a drill. I'll be quicker with a drill. So, sand and pad. No, I don't like that. Don't like it. Let's go back to the old-fashioned way. Sometimes speed is not always the best way.
Mick Dew said nice job, Steve, looking good.
Thank you, Mick. Always think you get a better finish in the middle with a sander, with a drill. Because obviously when you go in closer, the revolution's slower. So you don't get so much sanding, but with a drill, obviously you get the sanding from the drill. But with the inertia sander, you get more control. So that's 180, 240. So that's up to 240. So what does just clean the dust out of that. So let's get some sand and seal. Oh, yeah, sand and sealer. So I'm going to be using Chestnut Products Cellulose Sand and Sealer for this one. Afternoon, Emmett. Thanks for coming over. Let that dry.
Right. Pete said, ever thought about putting a bright LED in the headstock spindle? Then we could see the funnel emerging. Di said, it's those small arbor pads that make it difficult, Steve. The Hope Hex arbors are easier to control.
Yeah, they are. They're definitely.
Bedrise Woodcrafts is on.
Yeah, Emmett. Hi, Emmett.
Sorry.
Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Have a little nap in the corner.
Rob CP's off.
See you later, Rob. Thanks for coming over.
Would if I could, John C's on.
Hi, John. Right, so Yorkshire grit. Get this.
Copper Owl said, I have sanded a funnel before. Pole barn's on.
Hi, Doug. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you.
He put, I used the drill on the outboard side of centre so the rotation of the drill is into the oncoming rotation of the wood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doug Miller's got to go. Looks good, Steve.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks for coming over.
You
Have a
watch
good
all
day.
these, going to go watch the footy.
I don't blame him.
Brian said, Michelle said, is that another £5 bowl, Steve?
Another £5 roll. She wants a Brian, then yeah. Alright, so Yorkshire grit. Gently speed it up now and work off the last of our grit. Sand up to about 1,000 grit.
Di's got to go. Got to get back to the last fleece while it's still sunny. Catch you later.
See you later, Di. Thanks for coming over. So just gently buff that off. There we go. So we've just got to put some wax on it.
Doug said he's only here for a short time.
Right, Doug, it's nice to see you over here, mate. He's going shooting, no doubt. Right, so again, I'm going to use the microcrystalline Chestnut Products microcrystalline wax, which is like water. It's a bit wet. Give us a good rub in. Again, like any wax, the more coats you give it, the better the shine you'll get. And you should really leave it 10 minutes to soak in. But obviously because we're on a live, we can't really do that. But I'm just going to make sure I work it in really well. So there we go. I'll use that to buff it in. So we use this to get a bit of warmth in it, so that wax soaks into the wood.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. And then we'll just buff it out. Like I always say, you don't need no pressure. Let the tissue and the friction do the work. Don't need to fight with it. So now we'll just buff it out, and hopefully we'll get a nice shine come up on it. Or sheen anyway, not shine.
Brian said, it's okay, Steve. I'll sort her out later, mate. The sheet giver. bowl worth much more than that. Yeah, £5.50.
£5.25.
Doug put, yes, I do. Sunday is Clay's day. Steve needs to get out and do a bit more shooting. If not, he's going to lose his licence.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you, mate?
I do. You're correct.
I can see you've used my glass again. You are not to use my glass.
Yes, Mum.
There's all them glasses in the cupboard and you've got to use mine.
Yes, Mum.
You'll get yes, Mum. Can't believe that, Stephen.
I know, Nick. It's terrible, isn't it? Who would think that anybody using somebody else's glass would be a criminal offence?
How many glasses of squash do you need, anyway?
4, maybe 5.
No wonder why you keep peeing.
Dehydrations is the biggest killer. Right, there we go.
Dead Rice said, are chestnut products available in the States?
Yeah, I think so. I think they are. To be honest, I'm not sure, to be honest. Emmett? I would imagine so. I can't see why Terry wouldn't ship them out there. So we can see now that we've got, where our wax is starting to dry, we've got those bits in there. So I'm just going to do is get a little brush and brush those out.
Just for you guys, I've ordered some carrots and I'll be chopping some. Oh, I recorded it, didn't I? And I could just pretend I'm doing it.
Yeah. Just press record on it. So I've got a brass brush here. Just going to gently rub that in there to try and get rid of some of that wax marks.
Colin put hashtag naughty step for Steve. Rex said he's called the USA places. They have limited chestnut items, no lemon oil.
There you go. So there you go, Emmett. As long as you don't want lemon oil, you're all right. Like I say, you can do this with a hot air gun, but just don't push too hard though, so you scratch your piece. It's not that bad.
Shane, must not cut up all these carrots. I want some for my grating for my salad next week. Do you want me to make you salad?
No, thanks.
Didn't even want to make you any sausage rolls.
So there we go. There we go. Just got them bits out of there.
Douglas put yes, carrot chopping.
Alright, let's go on.
And crunching.
So there we go. Hang on, let's turn this camera, this light off so it don't glare. There we go.
I think I eat more than I should.
There, you dropped it then, Brian. So there you go.
Brian said, geez, you two sounds like my house.
That's not a very good picture. Let's see if we can get a better on the overhead.
Chris put, boy, you're in trouble. She called you Stephen.
That's better. That's a better look. So there we go. It's quite a nice pattern bit of wood actually. We've still got some of the black in the grain, which is what we was looking for. Obviously the black texturing, and then the colours. The camera don't really do it justice. Depending on where you hold it, you can't really see the reds. But that's the plan anyway. It's better.
Ted Rise put, what do you put? Where is it? He put, at least he's not rinsing paintbrushes in your cup. He wouldn't dare. I really want him to have his own sink out here, but that's
not going to happen.
Michael said, great show today. Nikki and Steve, awesome job on the bar. Have to go by all.
Thank you, Michael. See you later. Have a good day.
Dead Rice said, definitely worth £5. Douglas put, Nikki, don't forget carrot cake. No, I'm not good at making carrot cake. Not really tried it, to be fair. Collins Izzard said, looks good. Chris Dodd said, good one as usual. Copperell, that looks great. Robert Dolman said, that comfort and sound of carrot chopper, now I know all is well. Eric said, looks great.
Does look quite cool.
Charlie Taylor, very nice.
It's a bit.
Douglas, nice one, Steve. Good catch, Steve, said Brian.
Yeah, I nearly dropped it, Brian. I blame Brian because he makes me drop things. Brian does.
Robert Darwin said, nice looking bowl.
Makes me
They make you
nervous.
nervous, babe.
Yeah, Brian does. He's a bully. He makes me nervous.
Are you going to turn it over so people can see the colour?
What,
Instead
like I
of
just
just looking.
have? What, like
Just
I
leave it upside down on the thing.
What, like that you mean?
I thought he was going to texture the inside.
No.
No.
No, not the inside. Just the outside. I always do the inside. I thought I'd just do the outside for a change.
Okay, for a change.
For a change. So there we go. It's a bowl. There you go. So, nothing too high tech today. I didn't want to be too long because of the football. So hopefully you guys can go over and watch the football. Turn that light off now. Hopefully you guys can go over and watch the football. Yeah, what else can I say? I really do appreciate you guys coming over and joining us. Obviously, I know it's nice out there. I know England are playing football, so I do appreciate you coming over and joining us. Tomorrow night, or tonight, we have Wayne the Woodturner's got a premiere. And
Dr. Bob's on, he said he likes the texture.
oh,
technique.
thank you, Robert. Thank you. Yeah, obviously you can go as delicate or as mad as you like. I just did some quick hacks, and if you want to see someone who does a really good job, go and watch out the blind wood turner, Chris Fisher. He has made some really nice pieces just lately with texturing on the back, and he's a true craftsman. So Wayne's on tonight, then JP, then Caitlin the cat. Tomorrow lunchtime is Brian. He's covering for Terry, TJ Turning. And then Mark's on tomorrow night. Nick's just put a live in. Can you find the link for Brian's live tomorrow lunchtime, Nick, please? Brian Hartwood Turning. So go and check those guys out. If you haven't obviously subscribed to them, then please do. Just quickly, the piece we turned Friday night, I promised you I'd show you the finished product.
And his Brian's, that's not on here.
Tomorrow dinner time, 1 o'clock.
I'll just put his link, his YouTube link in.
Can't you find his live in?
No.
Okay, just put his YouTube link in then. Brian can put his, actually Brian, put your link in. He's the moderator. He can put his own link in. So there's the piece finished. I had 4 coats of lacquer. I then polished it up with, I then sanded it back to 500. Then I polished it with Yorkshire Grit Original, then Yorkshire Grit Microfine to give me my nice shine. So there we go. That's the piece finished from Friday night. So all done.
Have you shown them the other things you did?
What other things?
These ones in here.
These ones in here. What are you on about? Yeah, they've seen them.
Oh, right.
Oh, Brian's not set up yet. Okay, that's fair enough. But anyway,
I'll have
Brian's
to put
on
the link
tomorrow.
in for his YouTube channel soon.
So Brian's doing tomorrow lunchtime anyway. So go and check Brian out. So then, guys. Yes, Doug, it's what you guys call soccer. It's England playing whoever. I don't know. I don't follow football, so I don't know who it's involving. So I just heard it was on before I came live. So that's it, guys. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed the weather. Thank you all so much for coming over. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Mark's live. Have a great day. Take care. Be kind to each other. Love each other. Take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now.
Bye.
That's all, folks.